Hello and welcome back to our more. Anyways, welcome to the playthrough of the Kingdom of Luminance, or I think it was called the Glowing One, or the Luminance, or whatever, before we became a kingdom. And well, war is coming to us by Black Canyon, but I think it's the. See, I was playing in the glow bugs went to war with me, not Black Canyon. So I don't know. I'm really confused what's going on. I think what I'm just going to do is grab my troops and just put them on here. Because it says Black Canyon, but it also says the glow bugs, or I don't know what. But I'm just going to line up my troops along this whole border nonetheless. Because, well, I can't really tell. And we were building these Undying Knights, and let's actually force deploy those. And that would help bolster our forces. Because I was just completing my focuses, and then on like August 21st, I think it was, the glow bugs declared war on me. Now, on some other people I want to play as, I will do militia drill. I've just been coring the bagger territory. I want to play as Dakota chap. They look pretty cool. Head Paladin Hyman. I don't know what I don't know how to do them. But I think this looks really cool. So I thought I would have mentioned that. Because I see them every now and again. They look really cool. The Montana Brotherhood looks cool too. Their focus tree is like way too huge. But let's go back to over here. Now, whoever it was didn't end up going to war with us, which is really odd because by this time they had declared war on me and everything. And it was the glow bugs that did. So that's why I restarted the episode, or I had to go back to a save. Oh, see, look, now it's the glow bugs. Out of nowhere, they declared war on me. So I don't know if that's a decision or what they're able to do with that, but that was really weird. And, well, I don't know if we have more troops in them, but we could definitely rush our people in. And let's see, could we do, we can't do anything. So that's cool. I was thinking of doing war propaganda. That's less than 50%, and we're barely over that, so that sucks for us. Now we could actually push straight through in like this. So let's see if we could do that. Let's keep them busy here too. And the Iron Alliance is wanting to send us volunteers. And let's go to war, or not go to war, battle this guy right here. And we're going to easily win this defense. All these people need to fight them because they have their big massive troops are. There we go. And then let's take Fort Collins. Boom. And slowly but surely we will beat them. There you go. We have more of the baggage territory. Cord. I was just going to try to fully core all this territory because, well, that's quite a bit of manpower we're sitting on. We're not really exploiting. And the Iron Alliance sent us a whole bunch of divisions, so let's hope they're actually able to make a difference. And there's times where I have got him down to like Boulder or Gun Barrel Ruins, and they've then become like there's my alarm again. Sorry, I film these videos in batches. Just because that's what's easiest for me, and so there's times where and since I only really play if I feel like playing video games, I kind of end up recording in batches as the most effective way to play. Because it's not like I just only want to play for an hour or two, I want to play for quite a while. There we go. We cut these people off. We're about to take Boulder. Let's get this person. Oh, let's go here, let's go here, let's go there. There we go, we're about to win this battles. There we go. And we won the war. And now, well, I guess all their stuff is ours now. I don't know why they went to war with me, but they did. And so now we claimed even more land I wasn't even wanting to take. But it's whatever. That's just par for the course, I guess, of playing this game. And let's go back to training our troops up. And we're back to no manpower. How much manpower did we lose? 600. It's not like we lost a butt ton. Oh, it's probably because we pushed out a whole bunch of new troops. No. Oh, we had to garrison them. That shouldn't have been that much. I actually don't know why it's being like that. It's actually would be a good time for me to take a drink before I start talking. Oh. Due to the terrible climate, perhaps due to the terrible... has fallen ill, conditions of the trail, as such there are no longer full-time duty, while he recovers. Okay. And I believe that's just because he's a military unit leader person. It's good water. Oh, I have a dockyard. I'm not going to use anything for the dockyard. And let's actually... well, this territory claimed, but it's like there's nothing really good to build on. All of it's really bad infrastructure. So let's build right here, I guess. Let's get another civilian construction up. Yeah. And we're going to get the last of those cores, and we're going to get circuitry, I think. And I think we should go for... Okay, Twin Mothers has died, so we should probably start getting ready for those people to come. No, I don't need that. I don't know which one to get right now, as much as I want to choose. Sometimes I wait because sometimes I need a butt ton of people, sometimes I don't need any people. So we could go to war for the cradle now, which that might be the best thing to do. We should probably do that. Just because it wouldn't allow them to build up a big enough force yet. Because we've been through war. So we've kind of been through the shitty parts of everything. And so let's look at some more things. They have ghoul infantry, so maybe it would be good for us to lock down outsider warfare, which gives us more soft attack, hard attack, organization. And then we just look at mutants. Let me see. Super mutant. This looks like it's just for super mutants, and we are ghouls. I'll let this keep going. I just want to make sure. There's feral horde. Insect units, like this one doesn't seem like the one we should go down. Maybe conventional warfare. Infantry, gray horde. I wonder what that is. Ghoul. Okay, lockkeeper. Okay, cool. We'll go down this one right here. And for this one, does it automatically declare war on them? Okay.
How's it going?
So let's actually see if we can get them out a little bit. Like this. We'll keep training because I think we're almost done with all of our troop training, or at least we should be done by the time the war goes off. So we're not going to go to war instantly. I think next time we'll maybe do this. And we're going to wait for our last people to stop training, which is still going to be a little bit. You know what? Just for time's sake, let me actually save. Let me go to war with them now. Just so then I can skip forward after doing a few focuses. So let's drum across the river. Let's trap them there. And we're cutting them off pretty good, like. This is going to be a pretty easy war for us to win, I guess. I wasn't expecting for it to be this easy. Let's, well, we also have that. I think they have a negative 25% defense and attack against us. That's some pretty cool things. Weekly manpower, division attrition, more caps, defense on core territory. That's some pretty good buffs, but well, they're gonna lose. And now we have Cradle's Glow, which gives us another 7.5 about soldiers. And let's get rid of. Oh. Okay. How long till we go to? Okay, we already. And there's my alarm again. So what we're gonna be doing is I'm gonna just be building up the military to get more of those. Oh wow. Okay, so I gotta go down the other one. Oh my gosh, there's that event. Let me finish this. Let me do homecoming, and I'll move on, and I'll do a little fast forward of time. I'll do some of this because then we have factories you can gain. Let me read this. Homecoming. At last begin celebrations, for the cradle was once more ours in the hands of the truly luminous. And I don't think there's anything for us to do here. as far as I could tell. We're gonna get this one. So it looks like they try to go like take us over. We didn't jump the gun, but they kind of did, and it kind of screwed them over. Wow, we have so much of this. Okay, while that goes, I keep wanting to stop for some reason. Let's get that. Okay, let me first do this. So I think we need to build factories, and I think what's going to be easy for us to build. Here we have this one. And then here's 10% to military construction. And that should hold us off for a bit. So, Dead Man's Junction. After having several years of true peace and prosperity under the glowing father, now was once again in the sight of militaristic chants, angry sermons, and now blooded and wounded ghouls, mostly of captured, converted, or outright killed heretics of the glowing father. The glowing father himself was collapsed under the luminous power armor foot of the great glowing one. The great glowing one continued looking straight ahead, putting the pressure on the head of the father. You tricked me, you betrayed me, you almost humiliated me. The pressure increased, but you have done one favor to me. Before I was fooled to trust others to do the work of the faithful, you only made me mean. The great glowing one removed the foot from the glowing father's head. Warriors, pick up the wretch of a follower. Let me show him the meaning of eternity. With that, the glowing father was disrobed, his rotted and near naked body on display for the whole glow's cradle. After some preparation, a tall metal electric crucifix was set up, ominously looming higher and farther than any crucifix. Next to it, the great glowing one beckoned his followers, who began the process of nailing the former father onto the cross. He turned to the crowd. We are victorious over the heretics. The crowd cheered. For our victory, rejoice and make merry. We shall celebrate this day for days to come. As the crowd left, only the glowing father hung on the electric crucifix, never to die, but never to truly live again. And we gain a core here, which did not give us factories, or maybe it did. Oh, it did. It probably did. Yeah, so we got that done. We're not going to really get factories from here, as much as this would be nice. Once we finish this, we're not getting really factories. This is more other things. And so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down this way. It's going to take us a little bit, but we get this one right here. And then I think it's this one. No. Okay. Well, I need factories, and I need more than a few. And it doesn't seem like this focus tree really gives us factories, so maybe I got to do a little bit of a build up. I'm quickly wanting to scan, like maybe someone gives me a good, maybe one of these give me like a good few factories, but it doesn't really. So I'm gonna go down this one. I'm gonna see what this is. We can convert notable characters into ghoul personalities. I don't know what that really means, but it leads us down to some resources and some quick factories. That's all I can really think of that'd be useful. Yeah. Anyways, I'll fast forward, or I'll start a new episode after this. So I'll see you guys later. Please like and subscribe. Yeah, or view other things in the series, or keep watching all of these. That'd be cool. And bye. All right, so we are back. I was gonna end it as an episode, but I came back real quick because, well, we have another event. but I finished this first one, and this looks really interesting. So it looks like for the nearby leaders of their country, I can actually turn people into generals or oh gosh, what is the word? Not just generals, advisors. There you go. That's the word. Advisors. So I am going to get methods to strengthen their body. And then you can strengthen their mind and soul, and I think that makes it, because there's only a certain percentage to either die or live. And so I think with a strengthening their body, mind, and soul, they actually have a better chance of becoming ghouls for us. And since it's only been a little bit, I haven't been able to really build much. We're barely getting this one factory done. And we still don't have any trade we need to do, which is great, because we need the electricity, but now we don't need it. So, we're actually really close to completing this. We gotta complete this medical technology first. Actually, instead of doing this, we actually need to get these blood packs researched for the other part of the tree. So let's get working on that. Okay. For the worthy comes the glow. From the private book, The Glowing One, editorialized for reading. In my several dozen years of studying the ghoul anatomy, I have come to discover more and more evidence to support my theorem on the proper means of conversion of a human to that of a radiological ghoul. The Great Glowing One looked up from the book, thinking back to some of the experiments he had conducted earlier this week. Having grown rusty from his time at Red Mountain, experiment 1602. Oh. Yeah, sorry. I had to sneeze, so I either kept it in or I had skipped forward a few seconds. I think I might just keep it in just to be a little bit faster. For me, so I don't have to go through everything. Required reconstruction from exposure to 30,000 rads. Much better result than exposure to 300,000 rads. Looked mindlessly at the great glowing one from his cage, jawless, eyeless, head only faint guttural exhales to indicate its condition. The subject was introduced to 3,000 rads, experienced severe agony before bone liquefaction. Reminder to have advisors clean up mess. 1900, subject held in an amicable condition before undergoing treatment. Given portions of food and water as well as personal luxuries as they were slowly sedated, subject was experimented on and remarkably came out as a necrotic post-human without any foreseeable side effects. We'll continue to monitor. The great glowing one stood up from his desk, approaching the lab cage, a small chalkboard that had seen plenty of use over the decade. Read experiment 1942. How are you really feeling today? As a figure walked out from the darkly lit corner of the room, although its skin was rotten and flies were beginning to encircle it, a figure gave a rotted smile and thumbs up. Can't say I've ever felt better, but I've felt worse. How interesting. And we gained a few. And yeah, also with these, yeah, so this person become an economic advisor and gives us more of this stuff. I don't know what this really does because it says joined, so I'm imagining he becomes a military advisor. But they have a chance to die. But yeah, so I'm just gonna work, well, quote unquote, work on that. That's not really what I'm focusing on. Just because I'm trying to get down to where these factories are. But I will let you guys go. I just wanted to read that and I'll end this episode here. Like I said before, if you could like or subscribe, that would be cool. This is just a little project I'm doing because if I play video games for a while, I end up feeling kind of bad because I'm a little bit of a workaholic. But yeah, have a good day and bye.